Hello, I'm Lucy Baldwin. Welcome to Hot Seat. Hi, Vanessa. Welcome to the Hot Seat.
Hi, Lucy.
My first question for you is, do you give your consent for me to record this and put it on the internet?
Yes, I do.
Fantastic. Vanessa, what is something that has been really turning you on lately?
Mm, Going back to the gym, which is like surprising. I didn't think I was going to enjoy going back to the gym, but I've really been enjoying it.
Ooh, what do you like about going to the gym?
I feel strong. I feel strong when I go there because I move like weights around, and so I feel like I feel strong in my body.
hmm Why do you like to feel strong in your body?
I didn't feel strong for a really long time. Like most of my childhood, I didn't feel very strong. Um, and so it feels empowering.
Mm. Were you just were you why didn't you feel strong as a child?
Well, I was kind of small. I was a little bit of a petite child. I also started ballet when I was like 4, and so ballerinas tend to have tiny upper bodies. And I had some injuries in my upper bodies when I was a younger teenager, and so like doing sports in high school, like I couldn't use my left arm a lot and stuff, and so I felt like weak compared to everybody else, right? Like my body didn't quite work properly. And I like could never do like push-ups and stuff like that again because of my injuries. So I always felt like, well, kind of like there's something wrong with me.
Hmm. How long were you a ballerina?
Um, Probably like 7, 8 years.
Were you serious about being about? Was that like a big thing for you?
Yeah, it was. It was. It was like it was my life.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you feel? Do you feel like, how do you feel like that affects your life now, having been a ballerina?
Well, like it put me in my body, right? Like I'm a very physical person. I enjoy like doing physical things, and that definitely came from ballet. And part of that is because like that kind of practice makes you more graceful, and so there's like a confidence when you're graceful in your body. um and then also there's some discipline there, right? Like if you want to get good at it, you have to put some practice in, so it definitely develops some discipline in me.
hmm How do you feel about your body now?
I love my body.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing
Mhm.
about your body?
How strong it is.
What's your favorite thing to do with your body?
Push it. I love to challenge my body. That's part of the reason I like going to the gym. Um, I like to work out outside in ways that challenge me. I experiment with like different hormones and diets and breathing exercises and things like that because I like to see what it'll do to me.
Why do you like to challenge yourself so much?
Um, it feels good. I think the body's actually kind of designed to be challenged in some ways. The body is like a miracle. Like people have no idea how strong their bodies are. Um, and so challenging it kind of reiterates to me my strength.
What are other ways you like to challenge yourself?
I think just in general, my motto for a really long time is like every morning when I wake up, I'm like, how can I be 1% better today than I was yesterday, just in general?
What's your biggest challenge right now?
Um, I'm struggling a lot with my relationship with money.
How
And
so?
that, uh, so about 4 years ago, I took a vow of poverty. I come from a lot of wealth on both sides of my family, but my family was horribly fucked up. And so a few years ago, I started like really doing some intense therapy around my family. And I just thought, I just can't have any money. I'll end up being exactly like them if I have money. And so I took this vow of poverty, and that's been great. But it sucks not having money. Like it's hard not having money, especially with a kid.
Mm. What do you like about not having money?
I like that I can't spend it. Like I can't be frivolous with it then. Like I have to like be really conscientious about what I do with my money and what I spend it on. And I can't have extra stuff, right? Like I can't be like a typical American that just blows their money on stuff. Right? So that's one of my favorite things. Forced responsibility, I guess.
What would it what do you think about those people who just accumulate a ton of stuff?
Bad things. Like I'm very judgmental. Like they're just bad humans. They're asleep. I I'm super judgmental of people like that.
How does it feel to judge people?
Um, like there's some pleasure in it. Like I feel like, oh, I'm better than you in some ways, but there's also kind of like a restriction too, right? Like I'm kind of stuck there judging them.
Hmm. Where does that restriction live in your body?
I'm kind of feel like around my waist, like kind of around my like where my pants are, like my waistline on my pants, like a belt almost. It kind of feels like a tight belt. Yeah.
Hmm. Where are you judgmental of yourself?
I mean, I judge myself a lot around like my mothering. Um, but that also has a lot to do with like my financial choices that I've made. Like I judge myself a lot like it wasn't fair to my kid to take the vow of poverty. Like I should have waited until he had moved out of the house.
Are you a crappy mom, Vanessa?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I'm not. I really want to be. I really want to be. Like there's some part of me that is really committed to being a shitty mother somehow.
Hmm.
But he keeps proving me wrong. Like
How does that feel?
um I mean part of me feels good, right? Like he's just a good human, and obviously I did a good job in some ways, and then there's another part of me that feels like I'm just going to constantly like be at battle with myself. Like some part of me is just really committed to proving that I'm a bad mom, and so it's just going to be constant.
When you think this is going to be a constant battle for my whole life, how does that feel?
Like heavy, like ugh.
Do you know why you're so set on being a bad mom?
I think some loyalty to my own mother and her mother and her mother, and um, some loyalty and also some guilt, right? Like why do I get to be the first good mom? Like, how come they all had to like suffer through being a shitty mom and I, for some reason, got out of that one?
Are you betraying your mom by being a good mom?
Yeah, in some ways. In some ways.
Thank you, Vanessa.
Thank you, Lucy. I've been holding a lot of space for others the last 2 weeks. And I hadn't realized that I was kind of a little bit backed up, right? So thank you for holding space. I appreciate that.